Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and welcome back to another video here on the Central Network. So today, we're going to be showcasing all of the winners from the recent gym build contest. A bunch of players entered, I think around 200, maybe even more than that, and I narrowed it down to the top 10 best gym builds that are going to be considered the winners of this contest. All of the gems that are showcased in this video might actually end up being official gems here on the server. We haven't actually figured out which ones we're going to use as official gems and which ones were just really good, so they had to be winners, but we'll figure that all out at a later date. I just wanted to make sure to hop on and let you guys know exactly who won the contest, because I know a lot of people are waiting on the results. So these builds are in no particular order, and keep in mind all of the winners get a choice of legendary Pokemon on the server, as well as a $25 store gift card. Speaking of which, the store is actually currently 50% off. So if you want to support PokeCentral, you want to support this channel, check out buy.pokecentral.org. You can pick up all kinds of different things, but I highly recommend, if you don't have a rank on the server and you have been playing on it, make sure you play on it first and actually enjoy it. But if you do, Legend rank is probably the most valuable rank just because it comes with /fly, which makes it a whole lot easier to actually build on the server, which kind of goes well with this episode because it's really hard to build without /fly, at least in my experience. But with that being said, this is the first winner we're showcasing. This is a normal type gym, and the reason that it was selected was because it's just a really nice, clean design. I really like that, but also, if we head on inside, you can see there's actually bookshelves, and it is actually kind of a maze. So you have to go in, find your way through, and access the second floor, which is where the gym leader will be. So I don't want to actually show the way through the maze. I'll save that for you guys to find out. But this is where the gym leader will be, and I think it's actually a really cool build. And I really appreciate when people take the extra time to build something like that, like a little feature inside the gym, because it wasn't required. You weren't even required to build an interior if you didn't want to. So I think this gym is really great. But we don't have that much time to spend on just one gym because we have to get through 9 others. So let's jump into the next one. All right, so this is the second gym I'm showcasing. This is actually a fairy type gym. The reason I chose this is because it was actually really unique, and I feel like the whole build is just really well put together. Again, it's a really clean design overall. There's not just random blocks spammed everywhere. It actually looks really nice, and it suits the fairy typing pretty much perfectly. I haven't actually seen too much of the interior, so I don't actually know how you get up. I assume probably just this is an elevator block, and then do it again, and this is where the NPC will be, the NPC gym leader. That's pretty cool. That actually is really awesome. I think this build looks great from the outside. The interior is pretty nice too. It's not a massive build, but the amount of detail in it is pretty impressive. All right, so build number 3, we have the, well, this could actually be a lot of different types of gyms, but I think because of this giant kind of chasm in the ground, this is going to be an earth type gym. So I think it looks really awesome from the outside, and then you have a really cool and unique interior where it just kind of drops down, and you have a little bit of parkour to work your way down. Of course, you can't just drop straight down into the water, but you might actually get stuck down here. So probably parkour your way down. But yeah, you work your way around down the different platforms, and the gym leader will be right here. I think this one's really, really nice, and all of these gyms are so great because they're just so different from one another. That's what I really like about this contest. Last time we did a haunted tower build contest, a lot of the builds were pretty similar because the theme was kind of restricting, whereas this time we just did gems. You got to pick your own type, so everyone could really be as creative as they wanted, and we ended up with some really nice and unique builds. So the next 2 builds on the list, build number 4 and 5, were actually made by the same player. They're pretty simple. There's no actual real like structure that you go inside, but I thought the builds looked pretty cool, and compared to everyone else, these again are really unique. So this is the dark type platform gym. It's kind of just a platform, not actually a building, but I think it works really well. Of course, the gym leader will be just right there in the middle, and then if we actually fly just right over here, this is the water type gym, which is pretty similar. I really like that it has the badge displayed above the gym, and that it's just open, clean, and pretty easy to find where the gym leader is. Next up, build number 6, we have a fighting gym, which is a giant dojo. This is actually a lot bigger than most of the other builds on this list, but I think it's actually really awesome. There's a lot of space, so we could do quite a few different cool things with it. Even underneath the gym, I noticed there's some interesting tunnels that go through here. Don't know how we're going to make use of all this space, but we probably can figure something out to do, and I think it'll make a really awesome fighting type gym. It's definitely impressive. The only thing I would say I would change about this whole thing is right there, really big missed opportunity to actually get one of the fighting type badges and actually put it in that little area there. All right, so I think this is number 7 that we're on now, and it's really awesome. I really love the giant wings. This is, of course, a dragon-type gem. I also really love the shape of the island, how they used all of these different patterns repeating over and over, but with different blocks. I think it just looks really cool. Really unique again, which is something I was looking for in these builds when selecting them. I wanted them to be as different as possible from one another while still working really well as a gym. And so you head up here and you can see there is a perfect spot right here for the gym leader to fight the players. For build number 8, we have another really massive gym, kind of similar to the dojo in terms of size, but this one really shines on the interior. You head inside, and this is just awesome. There's so much space to explore and so much detail put into it. And if you actually look, you can see there's statues for all the different people that actually help to build this gym, which I think is really cool. And I'm going to take this idea and probably put a statue for every player in their gym if we use them as official server gyms, just so that people can get that recognition. I think that is a really amazing idea. But of course, this is a ghost type gym. You can see it's kind of like a graveyard feel around here. There's a lot of skulls and things like that. Actually, an actual grave here. But if we head on up here, where do we go? Oh, right through here. And then I believe there is an elevator block. Pop up here, and this is where you'll fight the gym leader. So for build number 9, we actually have a gym that's built kind of into the terrain. A lot of the other ones really stood out from where they were currently positioned, which is totally fine. It was just a requirement of the build, but I really like with this one, they took the terrain and they worked the gym kind of into it, and it makes it feel really natural and like it actually belongs here, which I thought was really cool. You head in through this cave, and here's the arena. So the gym leader would be right here. You're kind of in a little bit of a kind of like a, I guess, kind of like a crater or I don't know the word for it, but it's really cool. And then, of course, you just fight the gym leader right here. I just found it really awesome. And actually, for the next build, we have another one that is pretty similar in that it uses the terrain. So that last gym was probably a rock gym. I'm sure we could use it for a few different types, but that would probably be best considering we already had that earth gym earlier on. But of course, the types could change later on when we actually go to implement these. But we have another build. This one is another dragon type gym, but I absolutely loved the statue coming out of the mountain there. I thought that was really awesome. And then there's actually a lot going on here. So you have the entrance gate, you have a little bridge going over a river, and then you head on into the main gym area where you actually fight the gym leader. It has a little viewing area up there, which I don't actually know how to access, or if you even can. All right, so it looks like you can access it actually right here with an elevator block, which I think is just really cool because it just adds a little bit of extra to the gym. Can you get up here? All right, no, it looks like that area is not meant to be accessed by players, but this is where you'll fight the player. You're on a little floating arena being held up by chains. I just thought there was a lot of really cool detail in this build, so it is one of the winners. As I said earlier on in this video, not necessarily all of these builds will be used as official server builds. We'll use them as we see fit. A lot of them will be hard to actually implement as server builds because we have to copy them to each of the 5 servers, and things that use a lot of terrain like this one would be pretty difficult to build into the other 4 servers. With that being said, it doesn't necessarily mean they won't end up being official server builds. It just means that it might take a little while to implement them. But I wanted to get this video out before I even really got into all of that because I wanted the winners to know that they were winners. And I want to also say thank you to everyone else that entered the contest. There were so many amazing entries. Of course, everyone can't win the prize, but there were so many that were so close to being runner-up builds, and there was just a lot to decide from. So I'm sorry if your build wasn't selected as a winner. It's just we had to pick 10 out of hundreds of really amazing and awesome builds. So even if you didn't win, I did see your build. I teleported to every single one of them on the servers. It took a very long time, and I checked them out. Regardless of what they look like in the screenshots, I wanted to see them in game, and they were really nice. There was a lot of really cool stuff, and even the ones that weren't chosen, I took a lot of inspiration from, and I might modify some of the current gyms with some things from those other gyms if I thought they were good ideas. So I will actually message all of the winners over on Discord. If you guys do want to participate in future build contests like this, it's really important that you are a part of our Discord server. It'll be linked down in the description. It's a partner Discord. We have almost 22,000 members, so you might as well join if you ever have any questions about Pixelmon or the server or Pokemon or really anything else like that. You can join there. You can ask. There's a support channel. We do giveaways. That's where we post all the server announcements, all kinds of stuff happening over there. Check it out. We also are actually doing a giveaway right now for some boosters on the server. It's the only way to get them. They aren't for sale on the store. The only way to actually get yourself a booster is through those giveaways. So join Discord, check out the giveaways channel, enter in those, post them all the time, so you might as well just stick around and hang out with the community. With that being said, a little more information on what we're actually going to be doing with these gyms. So I'm going to take all of the winners and... So I'm going to take probably most of the winners, maybe all of them, maybe 8 of them. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to work it out just yet, but I'm going to take those, I'm going to copy them, I'm going to put them on all 5 of the servers, and then I'm going to introduce the different NPC gym leaders. We aren't going to have player gyms because it's really difficult to manage something like that with 5 servers and hundreds of players, and it's really difficult to not only select the gym leaders, make sure they're doing their job right, but also maintain that, because if someone goes inactive, you have to replace them. It's just a really huge hassle. So we're going to start things off with NPC gym leaders. There is a video I posted on the channel before. I'll have it, I guess, up in the eye icon in the top right, or however YouTube works. I'll have it there if you want to check it out, but it talks a little bit more about the gym system we are planning on introducing here on the server. That should be available sometime in the next couple of weeks. I might actually put out like one gym every couple days or something like that. Not entirely sure, but just keep an eye out. Gyms are coming to the Poke Central Network. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.